Hey church, it's Pastor Geoffrey with the weekly video blog update for the coming weekend, which is the 13th and 14th of September. Well, hey, it is Wednesday here at the office, and I want to make you aware of a couple things that are going on towards this coming weekend. The first of which is our fellowship meal, which is tonight at 6 p.m. at the Fellowship Hall. It is chili night at the church. We're going to have a good bit of chili, maybe a couple different recipes of that if you want to bring some sides to that tonight, or some condiments or some corn chips or something like that, shredded cheese to be a part of that chili event. Then by all means bring that along with you as you come for our fellowship meal at 6 p.m. After that, we are going back to our study of the Book of Ruth by looking at chapter 2. We covered chapter 1 of Ruth last week. Have a few questions that came out of that. Maybe there'll be a little bit of a reminder quiz to start tonight, but then we'll go into Ruth chapter 2. So if you haven't read any of the Book of Ruth, read chapter 1 again, read chapter 2 in preparation for tonight's Bible study, and we will dive back in to that. No BSF activities this week, ladies. You're going to start next Thursday, not tomorrow, but the week after that, with the beginning of the Exile and Return study series. If you haven't picked up your book, I'm sure Miss Cat will have books available tonight if you want to pick that up if you haven't been able to in the past week or so. It's going to be a great study. We are also talking about exile from the pulpit, as we started last week, the book of Daniel, with an introduction to the book, a little bit about Daniel himself, and then how Israel and how Judah got themselves into the situation where they went into exile. And so we did a little bit of a historical overview of some of the prophecies and some of the activities from 2 Kings, went into Daniel being the fulfillment of some of those prophecies and being kidnapped from Judah and Jerusalem and taken over into Babylon. So we're going to pick up that story with a little bit more from Daniel chapter 1 on Sunday morning as the worship service gets going at 10 a.m. or so, and we have that second message from the book of Daniel. So hope you guys are getting ready for that. Read Daniel chapter 1 again. If you've read it before, review that. If you haven't read it, it's a great book to be able to read through and study, and we're going to do our best to go through and preach it line by line and verse by verse. So we'll get back at that on Sunday. A few opportunities to still contribute to some outreach activities. We still have boxes in the foyer where we're collecting items for Compass, which is our foster care ministry that we support. And so there's an opportunity to look there and see what items they may want and contribute to that. There's also an opportunity to write some cards and to put some goodies in for our college students. We're going to be mailing off those packages to the kids at college at the end of September, so you have a couple more weeks to be able to contribute to that. There's some blank cards in the foyer near those boxes. If you guys just want to write a note of encouragement and say you're praying for them, etc., like that, that does wonders for our college students that are adjusting to life in college as opposed to being at home with family. And so make sure you take advantage of that opportunity to share a little bit of love across the miles and say a few words to them for encouragement. We pray for them, our children, our college students, that they continue their walk with the Lord even though they're not under the parents' roof, and how important it is to know, for them to know that the church family loves them. So only those two activities this week, Wednesday night activities tonight with Bible study and Ruth, and then our worship service on Sunday morning back to the book of Daniel. Hope you guys are having a great week, and I look forward to seeing you at the church. Love you guys.